Hey, what's going on, everybody? Powerstroke Jude here. Hope all my dudes are having a great night. All right, you can see in the background where I'm at. They are having, if you look back there even more, this is a parking lot sale, even though it's not on the parking lot anymore. But I don't make it here very often, so I'm gonna walk through, check out the new U.S. Generals if they have them. I have a couple of my buddies of mine, Tarek and Diabolical 58, have given their opinions, and they weren't, real happy with them. They didn't like them. Another buddy of mine, Dale Lucid, says it's a good thing. I'll give my opinion, my honest opinion. We'll see. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm actually leaving Harbor Freight now, but I'm going to put this footage right after my intro. I did buy something. Stay tuned till the end to see what I bought. And also, I'm going to mix in somewhere, probably at the end. I'm going to show myself shaking the drawers on my Craftsman Pro Series box that's like 20 years old, or close to 20 years old, and my Snap-on full drawer cart that I filmed those, before I came here. Well, one I filmed yesterday before I left work, and the other one I filmed before I came here today. My Craftsman box I filmed right before I left, so I'm gonna try to put that footage in somewhere too. Maybe I'll put it right after this. We'll see how that works out. And I'll in fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in right before this. So the next two clips you're gonna see are me shaking the drawers on my Craftsman box and on my Snap-on cart. All right, Powerstroke Jude out. All right, guys, this is a 20-year-old, or almost 20-year-old. Craftsman Professional Series toolbox, fully extended. I can move it. You can see it doesn't move a lot. Pretty good. You can see it. Yeah, do this thing until it does that a little bit. I don't know if there's a way to stop that. We'll see how the Harbor Freights do. But that thing doesn't really move. Alright guys, now this box was bought in the 90s. I don't think it was a Pro Series. In fact, I know it wasn't a Pro Series. And it doesn't have ball bearing slides. But here's the short, 5-drawer part cabinet. The bottom of the three-tiered. It does not extend fully, but this one's got a lot more play. But shoot, man, for what it's got in there, and being 30 something years old, it's a champ. Does need work on the slides a little bit, but not bad, Craftsman. All right, guys, I'm filming in the dark. I'm refilming this clip because the other clip did not come out very good. I'm also working in the dark. Sorry, I'm using my camera light, but you guys have all seen my cart. Well, actually, nobody's ever really seen my cart. But I'm gonna show you guys. Look at same thing I did with the Harbor Freights, with the U.S. Generals, the Icons, the Craftsman, the Husky. I'm barely gonna grab the lip, and I'm gonna shake it. First let me show you. If I pull this thing out and I shake it, it's a freaking tank. It doesn't budge. It feels better than any of them, and it feels way better constructed than any of the other toolbox I've tested. Which it is. I mean, it's a lot more expensive. But now, if I barely shake it, I mean, just like I was on the other one, it probably, it probably shakes worse than all of them. But what it is it's the same thing. It's the slides on the side just going in and out. So that might be a trick that people were using to make the I don't know, the U.S. General one looked like it was worse than it was. You want my opinion? I'll give it to you guys in a minute. I'm going to close this up and I'm going to go back home. So right off the bat, we start off here near the Icons. Oh, and look what they have right next to it. In slate gray, they have U.S. General. So it's a little bit taller than it looked like on camera. The dude who I saw a video of it must have been a lot taller than me, because it's I'm 6'2". It's a few inches shorter than I am. You know, I don't know. Let me see where I stand next to it. You know, so yeah, maybe it's about 5'10" or something like that. Oh, sorry about that interruption. So yeah, you can see where it stands. It's pretty good. Let me see if the drawers are open. First off, let me give it a good over. That actually feels pretty decent. Not too bad. I mean, it shakes a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart. The drawers open up all the way, you know, just about all the way, about a half inch short. And I'm gonna give it a shake. Okay, now I can see if you hold it from the right side of the box, it seems to shake a lot, but that's because it's going in when you shake it. But if you hold it fully out and give it a tug, that might be a gimmick some people are doing, because when you hold it fully out, give it a tug, it does not really move. Sorry about my poor viewership, but when it looks like it's going in, you're actually pushing it in and shaking it, which isn't a fair test. Of course it's gonna move, but when you hold it like this and go side by side, yeah, it moves a little bit, but not much. We could test it versus the old Icon. Icon is also doing the same thing. When you push it, it goes in. I don't know if that's how this. That's not. I'll be honest with you. Icon feels like it's built better, but it's also got more play. Those are the main tests I see everybody do. But it's got a nice deep drawer. I'm guessing it's 22, 24 inches deep. It would be nice if it was a little bit deeper, but it's not. I think that was an exaggeration, man. Let's try a small drawer. All the way out. Same thing, look, when you shake it, because it's going in. You just keep it out and don't move. See, the smaller drawers move a little bit more, but I don't know. My opinion is it's not as bad as it. I mean, I'm not going to use the word D that starts with DS on it, but obviously it's not quite a snap-on. But this is probably, let's see, you're looking at $1,700 for the bottom, another $700 or 18 for the bottom, another 8 or 7 for the top, or if you wanted full drawers it'd be 9 or another 1,000. So you're looking for less than $5,000 either way, man. $2,500 for if you want a hutch. That is not for that price versus what would an Epic cost. Now I'm back over here by the old US Generals. But what would an Epic cost? You know, you're looking at what, 12 or 13 for a bottom, what, 3 or 4 for a hutch. So I mean, when you're going apples for apples, man, it's not fair to say the US General's horrible. Look at, I got the drawer extended on the Series 1, and when it moves in, it's the same thing, guys. It's the slides moving. You can see them going in and out. That's why it's, but if you hold it and shake it, don't let it go in, it doesn't feel too bad. Maybe it feels better than the Series 2 or Series 3, whatever the new one is. But it looks like these are all getting blown out. Killer prices. I can get this right here, right now, for $1,000. It's not bad. Which is the same setup here. This would probably be 1,000 plus the small one and the side one. I don't know. We'll talk about it a little bit. You guys saw a few photos. I might go back and try it again, but let me show you a few of the things that I would buy here. Y'all know I've got the Daytona Mine's the bigger one than that. What's the low profile long reach, and I love that jack, man. It's never given me any issues whatsoever. I see my idea of tech guy sounds different on camera, because when you're filming someplace, you try to tone down and you don't sound like yourself, because I totally don't sound like myself right now. But I know lots of guys that have these Pittsburgh jacks. I've got a Daytona. My godson's got a Pittsburgh and a Daytona. Lane's got a Pittsburgh. Excuse people yelling in the background, but nothing wrong with these Daytona jacks. Look at that. Look how sharp that looks. Then these little aluminum ones, the green ones. How much are they? Looks like they are, yeah, on sale right now for $109 for this, for the 3/4 ton, and $209 for the 2 ton. That little small one, man. If you guys got a little small car, man, $100 for this thing. Killer deal right now. I would absolutely consider buying that. I'm not going to redo any footage, so I hope I'm not screwing it up. And when you watch the video, I hope that it's not all over the place. These are the new Daytona jacks. Well, not new now, but I mean, it's just since I've been here. I don't come here very often. Let's see. We've got their jack stands. These are very similar to the Cornwall ones I got. I don't have these, but I wouldn't mind having them, to be honest with you. Lots of, all the way up to 12 ton, man. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. I'd also like to get me a set of these. These are pretty slick. I like those Daytonas right there. Oh man, look at these. Pretty slick too. I don't know, guys. I just like tools. And like I've told people before, I work at a shop. I get tools that come to me 4 times a week. So it's not as necessary for me to have to go to Harbor Freight. Do I hate Harbor Freight? Absolutely not. I do not hate Harbor Freight. In fact, in a pinch on a weekend, that's usually where I'm at if I can't get in touch with Roscoe or Gabe or someone. But, you know, I'll even hit the parts stores or whatnot. But I come off, or the way the comments come out to me sometimes, it comes off like I'm a Harbor Freight, like I'm a snob. I don't like Harbor Freight, but that's not the case. Sometimes I'm trying to, you know, move the algorithm. Other times I'm being honest, but I like tow truck tools. I get great service from tow truck tools. That's one thing I do not get when I'm at Harbor Freight, is great service. Let me see, let me walk around and see what else we can show you guys. Yeah, I don't, if you guys see anything you want me to talk about, let me know. You know, you're not going to get the great service at a Harbor Freight. You know, the warranty with that 90-day trick they do, that's not very cool. The stuff that they have that's lifetime, you know, I've returned stuff here before. I've had a hammer brake that was a lifetime warranty, a little Pittsburgh hammer. I've had a lady's foot. I've replaced those before. I run the plier aisle now. I've got Doyle pliers. Let's see. Actually, I'll give you a quick glance so you guys can see prices. Just press pause if you want to see a price. I own these. These are cool. $11 for some flush cuts. Doyle, where are they? Here we go. I own these. They're a little bit more than when I bought them, but they're not a bad pair of pliers. I own the demo screwdrivers. Those are pretty cool. I beat the crap out of those and they hold up. I don't really own anything Quinn. I can't give my honest opinion on Quinn. I can tell you these right here, I don't know, I haven't bought them in a long time, but years ago I bought my apprentice bunch. I probably bought him, he didn't have any tools. I gave him a small toolbox. I gave him like a Ingersoll Rand impact and a Matco ratchet, talking about air tools. And I came here and I bought him probably about $300, $400 worth of tools for Christmas. One of the sets I bought him was this plier set, and it was absolute garbage. it might have been the bigger set than this, actually. It might have been, well, I don't know. It's probably different than what they sell now, but I remember it was a 5 or 6, 7-piece set or something like that, but it was garbage. I don't know how these look, if these hold up now. When I look here, this does not look like it would hold up at all. This set here does look a little beefier, like it may, but there's also a difference in price. You know, only $5, so I don't know. You see behind me, we got some wrenches. I've got both of those sets, but I also have the snap-ons. I'll loan those out or something. Use them. I've used them before, but then I got the snap-ons. I don't own anything Icon. If they have a utility knife, I may be picking one up today. But other than that, I do not own anything Icon. So I can't give my honest opinion on that. I do have a 1/4-inch ratchet. I take that back, and the ratchet's bulky and thick, and it's almost like a 3/8 ratchet. Sorry. It's almost like a 3/8 ratchet in my hand, but I'm not a fan of that. Let's see, what's in the next style? Oh, sorry. Let me see if we can find the screwdrivers. All right, I think we found the screwdriver aisle. I was telling you, $10. I would recommend that. This demo set of screwdrivers with the striking caps, I beat the living crap out of those things, and they hold up, and they're a lifetime warranty if I break them. Can't beat that. I haven't tried any other oil screwdrivers. I haven't tried any of their high voltage stuff. Icon, I haven't tried anything. I said that. Quinn, I told you I've never used. Some of this cheap stuff, I got tons of it, man, just because, you know, it looks good on camera. From a distance, and look at, they have these little green sets of tools. I'm a junkie, guys. That's my fix. I even have this set right here, just hanging there on a magnet in my garage. Isn't that funny? I own that set as well. It's just on my toolbox. I have this set, but in snap-on. Exact same thing that they have, that they're doing. Looks real similar. I think the snap-ons look a little sharper than these. What's behind me? They've changed since I've been here. The layout, that's why I seem a little bit lost, because since the last time I've been here, this layout has changed a lot. Let me find something we can talk about. Jim at our shop, he has one of these. He says they're great, and they're only $29. He says he likes it more than the Cyclops he got from I think Gabe. But then again, Jim will never admit if he got a bad tool or if he didn't like something, because he can't be a failure. Everything he does is perfect. But he's a great guy. I love Jim. But oh, this is great. This is great. Nah, but Jim's a cool guy. I love Jim. But they got all kinds of lights. It's an Icon light that looks very similar to an OEM Tools one that I have. It's a Braun light that you can change pieces with. I have this, the Quantum, $7. I think a lot of people probably have that. I've got that one, a couple of these. I have one in my wife keeps one in her car. I've got one in the bottom of my toolbox somewhere, one of the handheld toolboxes. I've owned, unless it's changed, I think I've owned this, unless it was this one. I owned one of these, but I was not a fan. It was not bright at all. It did not work outside, and I was working, you know guys, I do a lot of mobile stuff. I work outside sometimes, and it was at night. I was trying to finish up, and this thing was horrible. When I was filming, my son picked it up. I was trying to use it to like give me some light when I was filming, but it worked a little bit for that. But I've got a crap ton of these, bunch of these. I'm not gonna buy one, not when they give them away for free again. Let's see, hammers. So I got the Icon hammers. Can't say anything about them. I've thought about getting this. A couple guys I know at work have this pry bar, the big one and the medium one. Looks like they're not too expensive, $20. Indexable pry bars, Quinn branded, huh? Maybe that'd be the first Quinn thing I check out. cheap set of pry bars. I mean, $10 for a set of pry bars. If you want some beaters, I mean, they don't have striking caps, but not a bad set. This hammer everybody's got and everybody beats to crap because it's got a lifetime warranty and everyone just brings it back and replaces it, and I don't blame anybody for doing that. I think I've got one somewhere, but what do you go? It's a hammer, you know, it's a mallet. You're just gonna beat the crap out of it, and when it's no good anymore, you bring it back. My app's going off telling me it's time to drink water. That's funny. Yeah, I don't drink enough water, so I got an app to tell me when to. I don't weld. I don't know much about welders. My boy, I talked about it on my last video, John Diabolical 58. I know he says he did. I don't know what's a welder or a plasma cutter, but he's got something that's in the titanium lineup, and he said it was badass, and it's great for doing small projects. And John is the type of guy that I don't need to use a tool to believe that it's good, because if he says that it's a good tool, he knows what he's talking about. I would take his word for that 100%. So here we go. We're getting into, here's all their power stuff. I'm not even going to try to talk about it because I don't own any, and I don't well, actually I take that back. Let me find something here that I do use, that I will speak on 100%. I've had it for a long time. It's corded, but that's okay. I'll find it in 1 second. Well, like I kind of said earlier, I haven't been here in a while, so they changed the layout. I would have thought it couldn't have gone far from here. Oh, let me see. Oh, here it is. I just found it. I've had two of these. The first one wasn't a Warrior. It's a corded heat gun. $10. The first one I had for about, it was an orange one, bright orange like that. And I had it for about, or bright orange like that. I had it for about 10 years. Great heat gun. I always liked it. I dropped it and it broke. You know, what do you expect? Back then it was probably $7 when I got it. And then I picked up one of these like 10-12 years ago and had it ever since. It's starting to get old and tired. I mean, it works. I use it regularly whenever I'm doing wire repairs. Yes, I use butt connectors and heat shrink. I've explained that before. You do not always have to solder. All right, give me the comments on that. But nah, I like it. This is a really good tool. Here's their cases. You guys, you know what? I came here late today, and I do want to buy something and not just walk around. So I'm going to cut it off here. I'll talk to you guys a little bit more when I get to the house, or back to my house. We'll talk in a bit. Real quick, I do like the way they set this up. Look at, you go down this aisle right here. You can see the carts on the side. And they got their little single drawer, and their 4 drawer, and the 5 drawer. And the slate gray 5 drawer, which looks like it's a little different, and then they got the full drawers. That is pretty cool the way they set it up. And then right here, all the stuff that instead of having the carts full of all the stuff, they just showed you what they have on the back of one of the U.S. Generals, all their magnetized stuff, and then they have everything on a shelf. That's actually a pretty good layout. I like that a lot better than their old way. All right, now I'll talk to you when we get back to the house. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish this video off from home. Now, I don't know how well the video came off with the clips that I took, but what I did was I pulled a drawer out of multiple boxes, a snap-on tool cart. Now, it wasn't an Epic. It was not an Epic, but it was their next one down. An Icon, a U.S. General, both series that are at Harbor Freight now. 2000s era Craftsman Pro, a 90s era Craftsman USA as well. Home Depot Husky, that's about 3 years old. I think that's all that I did. But and I pulled the drawers out and I shook them, and I showed how people always show that U.S. General, they shake it and it shakes like clack 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 clack. First of all, they're shaking an empty drawer. It's probably going to shake a little bit more when it's empty. Once it gets weighed down with stuff, it'll probably shake a lot less. 2, I think that's a trick to that, because when you pull it out and hold it rigidly, I guess you'd say, tightly, and shake it, it doesn't. None of them shake horribly, horribly, horribly. In fact, the Snap-on by far felt the best. I would say probably the new U.S. General did feel the worst, or maybe the old U.S. General, but not like completely bad. When you lightly hold it and shake the drawer, you barely hold it, and you very lightly shake it, all of the drawers, including the Snap-on, and the Snap-on was probably the worst of all of them. But I showed the trick on where I showed the slides. It's not that the drawer's just rattling around, it's that the slides are sliding in and out. So if the slides on one side are just sliding in and out, it's going to make a rattling and clanking sound, and that's exactly what happened. You guys want my opinion on the boxes? Obviously, the Snap-on is by far the best box, by far. The Icon would probably be behind it, and then the two U.S. Generals or the Craftsman or the Huskies were all pretty close to each other. All boxes that if you want to get that box and rock it, rock it. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, this box is garbage, you shouldn't be using it, or this box is the best box, you have to be using it. Use the box that you want. I would pick the Snap-on. I would also take a U.S. General. Nothing wrong with it. Hold on one second. I told you guys I would show you guys what I bought. So let me pause this video. Hope you guys don't think of this as clickbait. I bought a Franklin moving blanket and a couple of packs of the Grant's microfiber towels. The moving blanket, it's 72 by 80 inches. The towels, they were 12 packs. I got the blanket and the 2 packs of towels for about $10 or $11 on the, I guess it's the parking lot sales, what was going on right now. So that's what that is. That's what I bought. No tools, sorry. But anyways, you guys saw me do a little bit of a walkthrough through Harbor Freight. I talked about some tools. I talked about service. Here's the thing. Going back to the Harbor Freight issue, or not issue, but topic. I don't hate Harbor Freight. I get tools that come to me 4 days a week at the shop. I don't have to go to Harbor Freight as much. But on the weekends, it's no big deal. I'll go down there. I don't go that often, but when I do, I'll get something if I need something. Their quality has definitely come up a lot. Yeah, on the weekends, I'll get some there, or even a parts store. But one thing I will not get at Harbor Freight that I know I get from Roscoe, from Gabe, from Jesus, from Harry, is the quality service and the quality tools. Harbor Freight has stepped up their game a lot. They really have. But I'm not going to say they're at the same level as the tool trucks. At least not yet. But we'll see. I've heard people say, oh, if Harbor Freight had a tool truck, they would put the tool trucks out of business. I disagree, because if Harbor Freight had a toll truck, they would have to raise their prices. They would 100% have to raise their prices. Put that in the comments if you agree with me or if you don't agree with me on that. Anyways, long video, choppy, bad editing, all that good stuff, you know, Powerstroke you guys. But the video is now over, so please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Until next time, keep on keeping on. Powerstroke Jude out.